Dallas has a huge homeless count, and Family Gateway plays a really important part in assisting our homeless families. And right now, what we're working on is trying to stop homelessness for children. No child deserves to be homeless. I have the passion for it because I've been there. I know what it's like to be homeless. My son was like 2 years old. I had just lost my grandparents. Didn't know where my next meal was gonna come from. I was one of the lost kids out there, you know? So a friend of mine was telling me about Family Gateway. After completing all the classes here at Family Gateway, I was out looking for a job. And I was like, let me stop by Family Gateway. I got hired at Family Gateway part-time. And where I come from, $10 an hour, that was money to me. I was like, I done hit the jackpot. So Family Gateway has taught me a lot. I'm really excited about the believers. When they walk in here, those people are always smiling. They come in with a smile, they leave with a smile. They assist a lot of babies with homework. And a lot of times I see them over there just conversing with them and stuff. Just that one-on-one the believers bring in that they don't get on a daily basis. That means a lot to those babies. It gives us a lot of hope, especially when it comes to the kids. They need it the most. Our babies need it. And for AT&T to come in and want to find out more about the community homelessness and what it is we actually go through, that means a lot.
I want to start this LULAC. Good afternoon. It is an honor to be here today in support of LULAC's 90th annual conference and to highlight Coca-Cola's longstanding commitment to this very important organization. It's important to remind the leaders of today, and more importantly, the future generation of leaders, that in large part due to 90 years of LULAC leadership, it has helped create organizations like MALDEF, NALEO, USHCC, Alpha, CHCI. If it wasn't for LULAC's leadership, these other organizations would not have been able to follow suit. Thank you, LULAC, for being the pillar in our community, for paving the way for so many organizations that serve our community. And since today's theme of the luncheon is unity, I wanted to share a new platform from Diet Coke that we think might be of interest to you and your organization. Following its successful 2018 relaunch of Diet Coke, we will lean into our company's rich history of celebrating diversity and inclusion by setting out to create a multi-year, purpose-driven platform that celebrates the brand's ethos of people unapologetically living the lives that they choose and where they are from. This new initiative will soft launch this summer to address the different dimensions of labels. Diet Coke will be removing its label from a select run of limited cans to kick off the launch, a multi-year platform designed to spark an ongoing, authentic, unapologetic conversation about the labels that surround us. It is Coca-Cola's vision that an open, honest dialogue about labels and uniting communities can lead to a better understanding of one another and create more meaningful connections. Diet Coke will also be turning its social channels into safe spaces to encourage others to participate in the conversation. To help fuel the discussion, representatives from community partners like LULAC will take control of the Diet Coke social channels to share their hashtag unlabeled stories and perspectives. While we continue to finalize the details of this program, we are excited and energized by the boundless opportunities we believe this movement can be. A company, a corporate company, a brand taking action to encourage and empower people from different backgrounds to live life boldly while championing a society of greater acceptance. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for this partnership. On behalf of Coca-Cola, you and your leadership that you provide from Puerto Rico to California to Texas and everywhere else, Milwaukee, you're instrumental and so important into helping us better serve the community. Thank you very much and have a nice lunch.
Excellent. I am following a presidential candidate and a lieutenant governor. Thank you very much. Thank you. Buenas tardes. First, I want to take the time to recognize the amazing legacy of LULAC, fighting on the front lines and pushing the United States to do what is right. We at JUUL could not be more proud to stand here with you in this moment in America's history. Your work has and will continue to ensure that we live up to our collective responsibility to achieve the promise of this great nation and its values. Thank you for your moral leadership, and thank you for your work. We're honored to support you. Please applaud. JUUL Labs is focused on improving the lives of the world's 1 billion adult smokers and their families by eliminating combustible cigarettes. This mission is driven by one single fact. We can and must put an end to combustible smoking, as it is the #1 cause of preventable death worldwide. We have seen unprecedented signs of success switching adult smokers, and we've seen historic declines in cigarette sales. Even with the substantial success, the unintended issue of youth use has developed, and regrettably, it sometimes includes JUUL products. But let me be very clear. We do not want youth using our product. It is terrible for public health, and it is terrible for our mission. And so we're working hard every single day to combat youth use of our product, and we've taken significant steps to prevent it, including stopping the distribution of non-traditional flavored pods to more than 90,000 retail doors across the country, strengthening our e-commerce platform to further restrict underage and bulk purchases, cracking down on retailers selling our products to minors, and exiting our social media presence. We've also gone all in support of legislation to raise the legal age of purchase for cigarettes from 18 to 21. And because of that support, we've seen 8 more states in the United States pass Tobacco 21 laws, and Congress has taken the issue up as well. We hope you will join us in that fight and urge your members of Congress and your state legislatures to pass this critical legislation. Together, we can put an end to combustible cigarettes and their use. And I want to, again, thank you so very much for the honor of being here. The work you do is incredibly important to each of us, and it is through your work that we realize the promise of our great Constitution and build a new generation of LULAC leaders, leading in our communities, improving our nation, and changing the world. And JUUL Labs will stand with them too. Now I want you to hear a little bit from our founders, Adam and James. Thank you.
I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri. My parents always told me I didn't like playing with toys. I liked playing with vacuum cleaner parts.
I was always drawing things, designing things as a kid, airplanes, cars, but you name it really.
Smoking was always a contentious issue in my family. My mom was a doctor specializing in radiology. My mom's father had died of lung cancer when she was very young. He smoked a lot. He smoked many packs of cigarettes a day and died at a sadly early age. I hated cigarettes. Every time I picked one up, I felt conflicted about it.
James and I met while we were in this program at Stanford. We ended up working on a lot of projects that had some social or environmental impact.
Part of the program at Stanford is a comprehensive thesis. We had been spending an awful lot of time together, working on each other's projects, and even more time eventually just talking about cigarettes.
This was in 2004. E-cigarettes didn't exist.
There's 38 million Americans that still smoke. There are 1 billion people who still smoke globally, but 70% of those people want to quit.
There is a principle that can be applied here called harm reduction, which is basically keep the quote good and remove the bad. We saw this as just a huge public health opportunity. Over the years, we had accumulated just a ton of knowledge in different disciplines. we said, okay, we're going to build something from scratch, from the ground up. Whatever the product is, it should not look like a cigarette, that the harm reduction opportunity is there.
That's really how we became JUUL. There's nothing that really compares to the satisfaction of seeing a smoker, a long-term smoker, pick up JUUL and know that they're never going to go back.
We started this project with the firm belief that innovation could address all of the problems associated with smoking. I would tell people, anyone who would listen, 50 years from now, nobody's going to be smoking cigarettes. They're going to look back and think, oh my God, I can't believe people used to do that. And now I think it's actually going to happen much faster, in large part because of the progress that we've made.
Buenas tardes, good afternoon. I hope everybody's enjoying the luncheon. Let's please give a big round for our MC, Ed. He's doing a great job, and that's never an easy thing to do. Coordinating all the presenters takes a little bit of effort. It's an honor to be here with you today in the great city of Milwaukee with such beautiful weather and part of this amazing conference. As Ed said, my name is Joseph Perea, and I am an engineer. Thank you. It is truly a pleasure to be here today to represent my company of ExxonMobil. My engineering career and my profession has offered me, through the company, amazing development opportunities, not only within the States, but all over the world. And it's allowed me to grow professionally as well as personally. However, one of the most important parts in my career and the activities that I get to support is future science, technology, engineering, and math leaders across the nation and in our company. They truly are the next generation of problem solvers. ExxonMobil has been a lifelong partner with LULAC to help further its mission. Together, we help bridge the gap for Hispanic students. This organization, the LULAC organization, for many years has opened doors that might not be there for students who really have the skills and the talents to make a difference in this world. But they may not be fortunate enough to have the resources. Hispanics have come a long way in continuing our education. First, within the U.S., the dropout rate for Hispanic high school students is at its lowest rate ever. And today, Hispanics are enrolling in college more than ever, which is also positive news. A please big round of applause for that. The unfortunate news is that Hispanic students are still lagging their white counterparts in pursuing STEM fields. And it's not just by a little bit, it's by a lot. As we know, Hispanics represent one of the fastest growing population segments within the U.S., yet they hold less than 10% of STEM jobs. And for me, I find this statistic alarming. I hope each of you do as well. And I know that we would stand united when I say that Hispanics are capable as anyone else to succeed in STEM fields. Education is definitely the great equalizer for us. And the more opportunities we can find to recognize, reward, and encourage bright young people of color, the better off we're going to be as a community and a country. This is one reason why I'm here today, to honor and celebrate the success with LULAC, working together to bridge the STEM education gap for Hispanic students. We are proud of our track record and the mission of LULAC. We at ExxonMobil believe in it, we share it, and we embody it. If I can ask Mariana and Richard here, representatives from LULAC, to join me on the stage. On behalf of ExxonMobil, it gives me great pleasure to present this check for $60,000 to the LULAC National Education Service Centers for your incredible work and mission. Thank you for the successful partnership over many years. It's been a pleasure. Have a great afternoon.
Since 1852, Latinos have been Wells Fargo customers and team members. Today, Latinos are powering U.S. economic growth, and our commitment to empowering this community is stronger than ever. You have a dream? We want to help. You have an idea? Let's get to work. Wells Fargo provides the resources and advocacy that create a level playing field for all. As the top mortgage lender to Hispanics, in 2015, we pledged $125 billion for Hispanic homebuyers through 2025. We help Hispanic business owners build credit and gain access to capital. We empower Latino youth as a partner of the Hispanic Scholarship Fund, and in 2017, we gave $62 million to nonprofits for Hispanic education. We champion our diverse team with equitable pay and career development programs. We see difference as opportunity, culture as talent, and every person as an agent for positive change. Wells Fargo remains committed to meeting the financial needs of our customers and empowering Latino wealth for generations to come.
All right. Here on behalf of Wells Fargo, he rode in on the horse and buggy that you saw in the video, the Senior Vice President of External Relations, Ruben Barrales.
Hola, buenas tardes. My name's Ruben Barrales, and I am going to deviate from the remarks here and just say congratulations to LULAC for all you do. Wells Fargo, I'm so proud. I'm new to Wells Fargo and so proud of what Wells Fargo is doing in terms of changing its business, its focus. One thing that won't change, though, is Wells Fargo's commitment to the Latino community. And on a Unity Luncheon, I wanted to share a little story. Soy hijo de padres mexicanos. So my parents came from Mexico. Very, very proud of them and what they've done. And I ran for office. I was elected in California to the County Board of Supervisors, and I was talking to this woman when I was running for office. And you all know the challenges when you're running for office. You got to keep going door to door. And I said to her, soy Ruben Barrales, soy corriendo por supervisor del condado de San Mateo. And she's like, no sé si puedo votar para ti. Eres muy joven. And I said, you finally have to just move on. So I said, finally, look, Mom, I need your vote. And the point is that we as Latinos, we need to unite. We need to work together, and LULAC is a driving force of bringing the Latino community together. And so thank you all for what you do. I'm so proud that Wells Fargo has been willing to step up its support for LULAC and the work that you do in the community. Many people don't realize that, that Wells Fargo is the largest corporate donor in the country. Wells Fargo writes more checks to more nonprofits than any other corporation in the United States. Check, you can Google it. And I want to emphasize that the new focus for Wells Fargo moving forward is on an issue of importance to everyone in the country, housing affordability. And Wells Fargo has made a commitment of $1 billion to help address issues of housing affordability in our communities across the United States. So I encourage you to connect with our team members. Many of them are here, but around the country. And as we say at Wells Fargo, together we'll go far. And one final note, another reason I'm so proud of Wells Fargo, if you know, was one of the first banks to accept the matricula card, the consular card, and really has for decades been in tune with the Latino community. We're proud to do so, proud to support LULAC, and looking forward to a great conference. Thank you.
Before, I never thought I could finish college, but now I believe I can do anything.
I'm 17 years old, and I'm now a part owner of a company thanks to Beanstalk. I never imagined something like that would be possible.
I believe we can all give back.
I believe coffee can be sustainable. The first sustainable agricultural product.
I believe in working for a company that supports pay equity for everyone.
Starbucks is a different kind of place. It's the baristas, it's the experience, it's everyone.
I believe that Starbucks is taking a stand for trans people. They're saying that our procedures aren't just cosmetic, they're life-saving. So I can be who I truly am.
For me, it's all about the good that Starbucks does around the world, for coffee and for people.
I believe it's our customers.
And I believe that I probably couldn't survive without coffee. Seriously.
I believe this is the kind of company I always wanted to work for.
Well, Philadelphia. That was hard. I never thought that would happen here. But what we did next, closing stores, bringing partners together, learning, reflecting, I believe that is amazing.
I believe I can still have my career and move when my husband has to.
I believe I can work part-time, have full benefits, and still be a mom.
I believe when you walk down the street with a Starbucks cup, it means something.
I'm a DACA recipient and a partner. I believe Starbucks stands with me. They understand this is my home, I belong here, and they're fighting for me.
Serving in the military, there's a strong sense of belonging and commitment. Starbucks is as close to that as you can get.
I believe Starbucks opened up a world of opportunity for me.
I can choose where to spend my money, and I choose to spend it at Starbucks.
I believe by extending the healthcare insurance to the parents of our partners in China, we are taking care of the people who mean the most to them.
I believe just because I talked to a customer, we were able to save his life. He needed a kidney and we helped him find a match. My husband.
I believe everything we have done before is making it possible to do everything we want to do now.
I believe in the 380,000 Starbucks partners who proudly wear the green apron. And I believe that the pursuit of profit is not in conflict with the pursuit of doing good. And I believe that together, we are building an enduring company.
I believe.
I believe.
I believe.
I believe.
我相信.
I believe.
I believe.
I believe.
Yo creo.
I believe.
I believe.
I believe.
I believe.